Hello, language explorers, ready to time travel into the past? In today's adventure, we will uncover the secrets of negative sentences and questions in the past tense. And I'll share some magical signal words to pinpoint exactly when events happened. So let's see the negative form, the negative sentences. We usually use did not or didn't as the auxiliary verb to show the past tense, right? Here, the main verb stays in its base form. No need to change it. Whenever we are using the main verb, it stays the same. No need to change it. For example, when I say a positive sentence, I watched the movie. And in negative, it will change to I did not watch the movie. So here the verb watch is not changing. Did already shows the past tense. So I'm just using not to it to make it a negative sentence. We'll see some more examples for that. She did not work at that cafe. So did not. We didn't go to school there. I didn't live in London. So remember, when it comes to negative form, to do is an auxiliary verb which tells us the main verb is in the past tense, which means no need to change the form of the base verb. Okay, but here there is an exception. We do not use did as an auxiliary verb to be. For example, when I'm saying she was late as a positive sentence, and in negative, usually say it as she wasn't late. So here we use to be and to do differently depending on what we are talking about. Let's look at more examples to understand this clearly. Here the example is why were you late? We use to be to ask about a state or condition. In this case, it's asking about state of being late, your state of being late. Since to be is the main verb here, we do not use to do as an auxiliary verb. Why weren't you at my party last night? Here the question asks about your state or condition, why you weren't present at the party. Like before, to be is the main verb, so we don't use to do here. The auxiliary verb, we are not using it. And the next example, why didn't you come to my party last night? Here, we are not asking about your state. Instead, we are asking about an action, why you didn't come. The main verb is come here, and we use to do as an auxiliary verb to form the question in negative. So the key difference in these two questions is why weren't you at my party last night? This uses to be to ask about your state of being, whether you were present or not. Not to do is needed here because to be acts as the main verb. When it comes to why didn't you come to my party last night, this question uses to do because it's asking about an action coming to the party. The verb come is the main verb and to do helps form the question. So by noticing these subtle differences, you can easily decide when to use to be as the main verb and when to use to do as an auxiliary verb. So let's see other examples how to make questions using past tense. Use did as an auxiliary verb to form questions. You can use it alone or with WH questions, words like what, where, when, etc. Example, without WH words, the statement here is like, he played football. That's a statement. And how can you make it as a question using WH words? Did he play football? Another statement, he went to the park. The question, how you can frame, where did he go? Right? So here there are furthermore examples are given. Did you eat dinner at? Where did you used to work? Did you have a good day? Why didn't you invite me? So remember, whenever you are using the word did for past tense, the verb will come as present tense. Eat, not ate, right? And use, not used. So these minute things you need to keep in mind when you're forming questions or statement using did. Next one, we are going to see the signal words. Signal words for the past tense. These are like little clues that tells us the action happened in the past. Here are some examples that you can use it in your sentences. Yesterday, last week, a year ago, last month, in 2010, this morning. So these are some of the clue words. These signal words are expression of time. In the past tense signal words, it gives us an affirmation that the event is in the past and they tell us when specifically in the past. So like using these clue words, you will be able to identify them. When I say yesterday, we can make sentences like I didn't go to the party yesterday. When it comes last week, or month, or year, did you visit your grandparents last week? Did you visit your grandparents last month? Right? And ago. She did not call me 2 days ago. In a past year. So, did they graduate in 2015? Did they graduate in 2010? This is how you can make some sentences or questions using past tense. Okay, let's see some examples of signal words here. The sentences they have given using the signal word that we have discussed. She didn't do any of her homework yesterday. Last month we went to Barcelona. The weather was terrible last week. She started school in 2010. They got married a year ago. We had a huge breakfast this morning. So these are some example sentences using signal words for past tense. You can also try to make your own. And let's practice what we learned. Put these sentences in the past simple form. I, in the bracket, to work at the restaurant many years ago. So what do you have to do? You need to rewrite these sentences in the past form, simple past tense. Okay. The next one is she, in the bracket, to walk to school every day when she was a child. They, within the brackets, to jump in the lake after laying in the sun. We, within the brackets, to talk all night when we first met. So you can take a pen and a paper, or if you have a rough notebook, practice notebook with you, you can do it. Write the sentences, try to find out what is the right past tense verb should come here when you are trying to rewrite in the past tense. Okay, and let's see the answers in the next slide. So, how did you do? The right answers are given in the slide. You can check your answers. I worked at the restaurant many years ago. It's worked. She walked to the school every day when she was a child. Walked. They jumped in the lake after laying in the sun. Jumped. We talked all night when we first met. Talked. So, simple past tense is pretty easy to rewrite and to understand. Practice it every day. That's it for today. Hit like, drop your examples in the comments. Make sure to subscribe for more tips. Let's keep growing together. See you in the next video. Bye bye.